Hello everyone, I'm Chef Leroy and welcome to my cozy kitchen. So today on this episode, I'm going to show you how to sous vide chicken. Now I'm doing this as a meal prep for later on. I'm doing individual chicken breasts that I picked up from Costco. When you go to Costco, they have those big bags of chicken breast. Well, what I like to do is split them down, freeze them individually, and they're ready to go for a meal. Now you can do it raw, seal them raw separately, or you can pre-cook them. I'm going to do the pre-cook part. I did seal some fresh bags. I'll show you what that looks like as well. But anyway, let's get after it. All right, guys, it's a little noisy in here. Let me turn my fan down a little bit. So here I am. I'm grilling some chicken off on my cast iron grill. Got a little Lowry's seasoning on here, and then what I'm going to do, I'm getting these prepped up and I'm going to sous vide them. So there you go. And we do this for a meal prep. Looking awesome. Actually, these over here are fully cooked. I'm going to make some soup as well. Alright, let's put some seasoning on there. Sorry, my camera's kind of moving around. Little first person view today. Okay, just like so. Alright, I'm going to put them on a tray and get them ready for my next step, which will be to sous vide them. Okay guys, so I'm going to show you how to fill your bags with your chicken breast. Okay, so I've got my vacuum packed bags. So I got my handy dandy bag stand. These things are pretty slick. Got this also on Amazon. All right, so take your chicken breast, pick it up, and drop it right in the bag. Okay, just as easy as that. Pull it off, set it aside, and repeat. Drop it in your bag. And shake it down to the bottom so it's even. And there you have it. All right, and repeat. All right, guys, so I'm going to use my chamber vacuum sealer to vacuum pack my chicken. So first thing I want to do is turn on my machine. Or I should say, first thing I do is plug it in. But anyway, turn it on. Okay. Take your bag of chicken, put it in your chamber vacuum sealer. Make sure the bag is under the clip. And again, I made sure that my chicken was all the way to the bottom. Close the lid. I've got it on vacuum level 2, seal time 1, and hit auto vac and seal button. Alright, it's sealing. Okay. There you have it. Now, before you do put your chicken in here, make sure it's at least cooled down to room temperature after you've grilled it. Okay? Now, you don't have to grill it before you sous vide it. I just wanted some flavor in here, so when we do sous vide them, they're ready to go out of the freezer. Cut them up, put them in rice or whatever kind of dish you want to do, and you're ready to rock and roll. All right, so now, do you need to vacuum seal them? No, you can use Ziploc bags as long as they're a freezer bag, okay? I've done it a whole bunch of times, and I just use a Ziploc, freezer Ziploc bags. But now I have my vacuum sealer, so, and continue. Voila. All right, and continue. All right, guys, and it's as simple as that. Okay, I've got 7 chicken breasts that are packed and ready for my sous vide method. Okay, and this took literally I don't know, maybe 7 minutes to do the whole thing, about a minute of chicken. Probably 10 minutes for everything to get the chicken in the bags. So it's a pretty quick process. Okay guys, my next step is I'm going to take my chicken and I'm going to sous vide it. So I need to get a pot ready. I need to get my water immersion circulator. I'm going to get that ready and I will show you that in just a minute. Okay, next step in the chicken process, we are going to sous vide the chicken. What is sous vide? Sous vide is a fancy name for cooking a product in a bag underwater. Okay, so it's basically cooking without oxygen, but in water. Okay, and generally it's very slow cooked for over a certain amount of time, and there are recipes built into some of these circulators, which I'll get my camera down here closer and I'll show you what my Joule circulator looks like. Okay, so this is my Joule. I call it an immersion water circulator. So this little hole right here, that's where the water comes through. Water sucked up underneath the bottom plate here, goes up inside into the heater area and then comes back out this port. Okay, so I have it plugged in. And now what I'll do is I'll show you how to open the app and get the Joule started, okay? Okay, so we're gonna open up our Joule app. All right, now on this front screen, you see beef, seafood, poultry, pork, lamb, game, vegetables, desserts, others. There's lots of recipes built into this. We're doing poultry, so I'm gonna hit the poultry button. Now, one of the ones that I've used on here before is the ultimate chicken breast, okay? So when you click on that, it gives you a recipe in here and how to do it. It tells you exactly how long it'll take to do the whole process too. I already have my chicken seasoned already. I already know what size they are. So basically, as I vacuum packed all my chicken, which is right here, I made sure that all the chicken breasts were basically about the same thickness. That's what you want to look for, okay? So everything cooks at about the same time. So let's go ahead and hit the set temperature button. It's in the corner there. Now it comes up with a bunch of different settings for temperature zones. Well, what I'm going to do, because these are thicker chicken breasts, I'm going to go ahead and hit the 156. You hit 156, it says chewy and springy, but honestly, I've done this, these thicker chickens like this, and if you don't do the little bit hotter temperature, they may not be cooked all the way through. So let's go ahead and set the time. And it'll tell you exactly how long it'll take to do this. These are, says in here, is that frozen or fresh? This is fresh. How thick is your chicken? All right, so this is at least 1.5 inches thick, okay? So we're gonna hit the 1.5 inches thick. Now it says 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's how long it'll take to sous vide the chicken, and it'll be perfectly done, okay? So let's go ahead and hit that. And now your circulator starts up. Okay, so you can see right here, kind of put the camera down in here a little bit so you can see it. Now, I don't have a lot of water in here yet, and the reason why is because the water will displace as you put the chicken into it. And now you don't add your chicken until your temperature is ready to go, which is showing on your iPad over here. In the center right here, it says that the water temperature right now is 94 degrees, and I used hot water when I filled this. So now we have to wait until this warms up, and it goes up pretty quick. So it has to go all the way up to 156 degrees before it will be ready to start. All right, so let's let this heat up and I'll get to the next step. Okay, so my app says that my water is heated to 158 degrees, where it's supposed to be. It says add food and tap here to start your timer, okay? So let's go ahead and add that chicken. Okay. Let's go ahead and start adding your chicken to your pot. And you'll see the water displacement. I just set it in here. I got 7 chicken breasts. If you start getting too much water in there, just take a cup and pull the water out. That's why you want to start with a little less water in here and then work your way up. Okay. And just like so. Now, another thing you can do, I have these fancy little coated magnets I got, and they pop apart, and you can put them on the bags to hold them underwater, okay, if you're having some issues with that. So you just slide them along here. And I believe I found these on Amazon as well. Just pop them apart. There's really strong magnets, I'll tell you that. Just like so. That'll hold your bags down, okay? Now, because I vacuum pack these, they actually sit down and they're pretty good, so you shouldn't have to worry about that too much. All right, so let's go ahead and get our app back on. And hit start. All right, we're started. Now, it tells you exactly what time it'll be. Turn this back over here a little bit so you can see. All right, you see there, it shows you exactly how long it's going to take. It starts counting down and it'll show you what time they'll be ready at. And there you go. All right, we're just going to let them cook and we'll show you the end result when they're finished. Okay guys, my timer just went off for my Joule Sous Vide water circulator, and on my iPad here it shows that I can hold this for an additional 2 hours and it will be still good to go if you want to eat it right away. But what I'm doing is I'm going to freeze my bags. Okay, we're going to use it for another time, another meal prep. But that's what we like to do is stage all this stuff and use it for a different day. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit stop, Joule, and that's it. Shuts right off. And let's pull that chicken out and put it on a tray. Got my magnets stuck together there. Just like that. And the chicken is completely done too. You can open up right now and eat it. But I'm going to freeze these. So we're going to let that drain. And if you have to, you can dry them off with a paper towel or a towel. And let them cool a little bit before you drop them in the freezer. Okay? Let that water drain off so they don't all stick together. And there you have it. Sous vide grilled chicken. Okay guys, so I'm doing a recap on my grilled chicken, which I vacuum packed and then I sous vide, okay? We do this a lot of times when we are making meals ahead of time, okay? So this is a single meal, all right? So this is about a 5-ounce chicken breast. Some can be up to 6, or you can split them however you want. If you don't want to eat the whole thing, you don't have to. But anyway, that's what we do. We batch cook. Make sure that you label your bag, date it, put it in your freezer, okay? You do not have to grill it either. You can basically just season it and then vacuum pack them and then sous vide them, okay? Now, again, with vacuum packing, if you have a vacuum packer, use that, okay? Especially if you're gonna freeze right away. If you're gonna eat them that day, you don't have to vacuum pack them. Just put them into a large, I usually use about a gallon Ziploc bag, but make sure they're freezer Ziploc bags. And you don't have to zip it shut. You just drop it down in your water and grab those magnets. If you get these magnets, they work out slick. Magnet the bag to the side of your pan, okay? So you're gonna get a nice stainless steel pot. And if you don't have that, usually the chicken breast will sink. The biggest problems you have is if you're doing vegetables when you're sous videing. They tend to like to float, okay? Again, you can use whatever type of sous vide machine that you can get or have. I really like Joule. I'm not sponsored by them, but I really love this equipment. I've already had it for several years now. It has a great app that comes with it, good customer support as well. It's really simple to use, and actually the recipes, I followed a few of them in here. They work out really, really slick, okay? So then, as far as vacuum packing, let me show you one thing. Sorry, I've got to get off screen here. So, I was going to mention this. So this is the chicken that I got from Costco. Okay, it was a big pack of chicken, right? So it's a lot of chicken. So this is a raw chicken. I'll come closer. So that's a raw chicken breast. All I did was vacuum pack that. See the date on there? Date it, name it. Okay, and this will last in your freezer for quite a long time. Split those packages out because, first of all, you're buying them and they're already thawed out, and they if you take them and cut them into their individual packs, you always get a couple chicken breasts in them. Some of those chicken breasts can be really big and some can be kind of small. Now, are those always good for one single meal? Not always. So that's why I like to cut them out and then I vacuum pack them as individual chicken. Okay, so then we can use this, either we can take a couple of them out if we think we need more, we can take 3 of them. So you can decide on how many chicken breasts you need to do your meal prep, okay? So that's one of the things I really like about vacuum packing. I hope this was interesting and informative for you. I did a lot of different steps in this video. Otherwise, you guys have a great day. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you like everything you see, please give me some thumbs up. Otherwise, Chef Leroy and out.